by Sherwood Forest Fair. It is an 8-weekend medieval spectacle that returns to Central Texas each year, and we are ready to step back in time with the magic of Sherwood Forest Fair. We've got two very famous people, Robin Hood and Maid Marian, here in the studio to tell us more about it. Good day.
Good day. Well said.
Robin, opening weekend is going to be really exciting. You've got some special guests. Tell us about it.
Yes, indeed. We've got all kinds of special guests all over all of our stages. However, our very, very special guests are the Wellermen, who'll be playing at our pirate ship stage, the Argosy stage. And they'll be here only on our first weekend, so get your tickets now and come camping with us for the Wellermen all weekend long.
And archery is a pretty big deal at Sherwood Forest Fair. Tell us about that.
Yes, we have our archers who are shooting in the jousting field. They're doing tournaments, they're winning prizes, and it's beautiful. If you haven't seen real live English longbow, you must see it.
2 archery tournaments per day, and you can shoot archery as well, as we have 2 or 3 of them, at least 2 or 3 places you can shoot archery yourself.
And you may purchase a bow as well if you really get the excitement of it. You need one to bring home.
Is there one this beautiful?
Oh, this old thing, I only shoot it when I don't care where they land.
Okay, let's talk about jousting, because archery, a big sport in medieval times, but jousting is a pretty big deal as well, and there's some money on the line.
Yes, indeed. We have full contact jousting happening every day at the Joust Arena at Sherwood Forest Fair. However, on our penultimate weekend, that's our 7th weekend, we will have 6 to 8 nights competing for a $1,000 purse, and instead of any other activity they may do on that joust field, they just break lance after lance after lance.
And then, Marian, is there anything else that you'd like to mention about what makes Sherwood Forest Fair so magical?
I think to me it is our community. We not only on the off season we have volunteer weekends where all of our beautiful friends come and help do things like paint the stages or clean the gardens and things like that, and those people return year after year and make our village just so full of heart and love.
I can borrow your bow, Robin, real
certainly.
quickly here. Oh, I feel very fancy handling this. And if you wouldn't mind breaking out your bugle, there we go.
Not at all.
Whenever you're ready, my friend.
A fanfare in honor of thee.
Tally-ho! Plan your trip to the 17th annual Sherwood Forest Fair, open weekends starting February 28th at sherwoodforestfair.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Sherwood Forest Fair.
Get ready to kick, flip, and tumble in NBC's cheer-based sitcom Stumble. Season 1 is rolling right along, and ahead of new episodes, I'm speaking with stars of the show, Ariana Davis and Georgie Murphy. Good morning, ladies. How are you both?
Good morning. We're great. We're good. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm excited to speak with you. I was catching up a little bit on the show last night, and I just have to say I'm loving it so far. And so my first question is, very simply, what's it like getting to play cheerleaders?
Oh gosh, it's the most fun thing ever. It's very high energy. It's very exhausting, but being able to act and cheer at the same time is honestly like such a needed combination that I didn't know I needed.
Absolutely a dream job. It feels like we're at summer camp, you know? Yeah. We're all like very, very good friends. We're very close. And then we get to do these fabulous cheer routines. It's a dream.
Yeah, and it feels like just by watching the show that like things never get too serious on set. Like it just seems like you guys have a blast.
Yeah. All the time.
One thing that I especially love about this show is that it's like this motley crew of assembled cheerleaders on the Buttons team. But what I think is incredible is that it represents all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, gender, so on. So what does that representation and diversity within the sport mean to you to be able to display that on screen?
I think for me, getting to play Madonna as a plus-size Black woman myself in society, it's like I feel so, it's like such a viscerally joyful feeling to be able to be that representation I feel like I never had growing up. And when I look around on set and look at everyone on the cast, it's like, wow, there's really somebody for everybody. And it is so, it's such a good family, joyful show that there's always someone that somebody can root for.
Absolutely. And the actors take such great care of their characters. So
Mhm.
I feel like, as Ari said, there's somebody for everybody, and everybody's story is so beautifully written and then beautifully acted as well.
Yeah, I think like you were saying, it speaks to the writing of the show because when all the characters have depth, even within a sitcom, it draws me in as the viewer, and that's what I love to see. Now, the junior college or community college experience was most popularized on screen by Community years ago, but I feel like this show is doing a really fun way of dancing around kind of different stereotypes, but also the realities of what a junior college is. So what are your all's thoughts on how the show covers that?
Well, I'm from Canada, and I didn't actually know I'm sure we have junior colleges, but they're just not they're a bit fewer and further between. But I think this show does a really, really great job at like sort of trying to paint this comedic world in a small town in Oklahoma at this junior college where there's a lot of a ragtag group of people. I think it does a great job at sort of bringing levity to that, but also, showing what it might really be like.
Yeah, I think there's so many things already. Just being I'm from Indiana, and there's already funny things happening in like community colleges, just in random places in Middle America. Like, it's just funny. The jokes kind of write themselves, but then when you have an amazing writing team, it just makes these like hilariously relatable people and scenarios like even funnier.
Yeah, and I feel like it's really amplified by the casting, which leads me into my next question. So, as young actors yourselves, what's it mean to you to be able to work with veterans like Kristen Chenoweth, Taron Killam, and Jen Lyon?
I mean, it's a dream. I watched Taryn on SNL for a long time. I watched Jen Lyon on Claws, Kristen Chenoweth. Like RV is one of my favorite movies. So actually being in the same room as them and finding out that they're actually amazing human beings who love and support their cast members and lift them up, it was absolutely a dream. A little bit like daunting at first,
Very.
but then we kind of came to find out that they're just like really nice people.
No, they're the most genuine and friendly individuals I've literally ever worked with. This entire cast is a dream, and they have no air of separation, even though they're literally royalty in this entertainment industry. Yeah, they're the best to work with.
Yeah, great teachers to learn from as well, I feel like. Now,
Yes.
the inaugural season of Stumble so far has just been incredible, as I said in my intro, but can you guys give me a little teaser on maybe where we're headed with this season?
Yeah, we are coming up on the end of season 1, and we're gonna see who makes Matt. Everybody is up. The spots are up for grabs. So you never know who's gonna make it, and who's not. And then we're also gonna see an amazing routine at Daytona. So there's a lot coming up that I'm really excited for the audience to see.
Yeah, it's sort of a culmination of everything that we've been working towards all season. And it sort of comes to like this big final moment, and audiences can expect maybe some laughs, maybe some tears. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love a good finale. I can't wait for that. Now, if we're lucky enough to get a season 2 of Stumble, where do you guys kind of maybe hope the storyline goes, or even maybe where your character's kind of growth goes?
Well, I would love to see Sally's background a little bit more, like where she came from, maybe her birth parents, because she's been in 9 different foster homes, and she never lets that get her down. But I think it'd be really interesting to have maybe a little bit of a storyline of, where she was born, does she have any biological siblings, as well as maybe, becoming a little bit of a better Tumblr, maybe
Yeah.
Madonna can help with that.
Maybe I would love to. I would also love to see more scenes between some people, some of the characters I don't necessarily get to have a lot of individual scenes with. I was gonna say Georgie, Sally, Anissa's character, Crystal. Everybody on the team. I also want to do more stunts. I want Madonna to be a base, so she needs to be throwing people up in the air just as much as the boys, to be a true stumbler. And I also want to see more of Madonna's background. I think there's a lot under there that I really want to explore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is why we need more seasons of the show so we can get more in depth. And really quick before we go, Georgie, with you specifically, I just have to say with the background of your character, one of my favorite lines is in the first episode is when Jen Lyon's character is like, oh no, I think I'm gonna have to adopt her. That part just like took me out. I think that's so funny. And it just speaks to the amazing
so
writing of the
sweet.
show. Yes, it's
so
good.
great.
It's so good. Well, ladies, it was such a joy speaking with you. You can watch new episodes of Stumble Friday nights on NBC and of course catch up on all episodes now on Peacock.
Welcome back, y'all. February was Heart Month, and today we're sharing one family story and hoping to inspire hope for others. Mom Casey Marek and her son Noah are here to educate us on a nonprofit that helps children living with rare and undiagnosed conditions called CC4C. We're so happy to have them in the studio. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hi, Noah. Hi, happy to have you here. Casey, tell us a little bit about Noah's story, which actually started in your belly, and then the start of your account, Laughing After Lemons.
Yeah, so Noah is our first baby, and at 20 weeks pregnant, I went in for a normal anatomy scan and got the news that he was diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart. Essentially, half of his heart did not form, and so he was not compatible with life. We were given the option to terminate. We decided to continue on with the pregnancy. And then ultimately I gave birth to him, and he went in for his first open heart surgery at just a week old. Wow. It's a 15-hour open heart surgery called the Norwood procedure. And then the next 9 months we would be in the ICU, multiple codes, 2 other heart surgeries, a G-tube placement. And then we would come home on March 1st of 2020, and COVID would hit, and I would have this little baby who was 10 months at the time, fully G-tube fed, 35, 40 doses of meds a day, multiple doctor's appointments a week, and really just trying to figure life out, you know, and how to manage. And then we started, that's how I shared a story, was through Instagram. I created a blog called Laughing After Lemons. Oh. And
that's gonna make me cry. He just grabbed her hand.
And I was actually a childhood cancer survivor at the age of 13. And throughout my journey, it was really figuring out like the new normal, right, of life after cancer, and the fear, right, of it returning, and, you know, all of the beautiful people I met. Like, there was so much good that came out of it. So I started Laughing After Lemons even before Noah was thought of. And when he was diagnosed, I really created it as like a blog to share our journey and our story. And yeah, it's just, it really is become about like the lemons in life, and it's truly, you're able to laugh after them, you know, after so much.
Well, we've got
trauma.
good news for Noah, because 3 years ago now, Noah, you got a heart. Is that correct? Yeah, and he's such a strong kid. I mean, I asked you, are you afraid of the hospital? Are you afraid of needles? No. You afraid of doctors? No. It's because you're so powerful. You're such a warrior, and you've had to do this so many times. I'm just really impressed with you. So how does it feel to have the gift of somebody else's heart inside your body helping you live?
Good.
Good? Yeah, and that's not it. You know, we've got a kid in front of us who is a normal kid too. Yeah. I mean, it's not just a chronic condition that we're looking at here. So Noah, if you don't mind, will you tell me a little bit about what you like to do?
Ride your bike?
Yeah.
You like to ride your bike?
Yes, riding his bike.
And play video games.
Play video games? You're just like every other kid on the planet. Everybody loves video games. And that's when you can play in the hospital, right? Yeah? And how about reading? Do you like reading?
Yes.
Yes. And now we're in kindergarten, so we're learning a lot more about letters and numbers and all that good stuff, right? Yeah, awesome. Well, Casey, y'all have been working with CC4C. It's Cheyenna's Champions for Children.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that org and how working with them has affected your family.
Yeah, so CC4C, we actually found out from another family here in the Austin area, and they really provide so much support for the entire family. Like for Noah, for the parents, they have a dad's group, which is just awesome, and they also have a siblings support system as well, which is so beautiful, because a lot of the siblings, like, they go through it too, and they don't understand, you know, fully like what's happening. And so They have been really great. They also do financial assistance to families here in the Austin area. I think they have over 200 children that they're working with right now, providing medical and financial assistance directly to them for things that are not covered by insurance, which is so many things, right?
So many things.
And we just recently went to Park City. We went on a ski trip at the National Ability Center with CC4C, so it was us and about 10 other children. And it was incredible. It was Noah's first time in the mountains because we've never been able to go into a high altitude. And so now, post heart transplant, we were able to have that opportunity. And it was really special. I mean, for me, it was, I really struggle finding the balance of how to be a mom, a nurse, a insurance advocate, yeah, all of the things. And so sometimes I feel, I miss out on just getting to be his mom and doing these fun things. And so it was a really great time. We flew out to Park City, just him and I, and we had a blast. And with the other families that get it, they get what we're going through. Even though all of the diagnoses are different, CC4C works with rare diseases, or undiagnosed conditions, and so all of us have very different stories, but we all get all of the hard things, right? The G-tube feeds, the meds, the doctor's appointments. So it was just such a great weekend. I mean, there were kids that were completely wheelchair bound, skiing down the mountains with an instructor. I mean, it was incredible. So,
well, Noah, do you want to tell me a little bit about that ski trip? Did you like it, first of all? Yeah? Did you get to get up on skis?
He sure
Yeah?
did.
And then go down the actual mountain? You might be a better skier than me. I've only gone once.
He flew down the mountain for sure.
That's amazing. Feeling like you can fly. And Noah, something else I want to ask you is, what would you tell, a friend or another kid who's out there who's watching today and saying, wow, someone else has a condition like I do. Seeing you be so strong here on television, if maybe there was a friend who was waiting for a heart, let's say, what would you tell them?
You're so strong.
Oh, that's so precious. And Mom, any suggestions for parents?
Yeah, just day by day, moment by moment. I think, sometimes for me, I'm very type A, so I wanted to plan everything out, but I've really had to just let go and just trust that, everything is day by day, and sometimes it's second by second. Reaching out to a community as well, that's where I found my strength, to other moms that are going through it and been through it, that get it. Finding that support system is so important.
All right, guys, we'll leave it here, but Noah, thank you so much for sharing part of your journey with us today. And Casey, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Give me a wave, buddy. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, guys, learn more about Cheyenne's Champions for Children at cc4c.org, and follow Casey's family's journey on Instagram to learn more about what Noah's up to at Laughing After Lemons.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Landers Premier Flooring. We are talking about what's new today, what's cutting edge when it comes to design in flooring with Stephanie Landers, the owner of Landers Premier Flooring. And the first question I want to ask Stephanie is, why are you guys the experts in flooring?
Well, Rosie, we've been here about a little over 20 years now. We're a local-based Austin family-owned company. We have a great staff who's got an average, are experts in their industry. They've got an average of over 10 years experience in the flooring industry. And we've got this beautiful showroom with over 6,000 square feet of carefully vetted products for you to choose from for your home.
So many sights to see. Let's talk about some of the things that you're seeing, though, that are changing, especially when it comes to flooring. Let's maybe start with wood.
Yeah, well, we can start with wood, and we can talk overall about the changes we're seeing in coloration. And we're really going from these blue grays to more of a grayish and working toward the midtones, and we're really getting away from that blue-gray color, and everything's shifting a little bit more natural.
All right, talk to us about some of the other color trends you're seeing.
Sure.
And not only that, but plank size is changing a little bit.
Definitely. So we're still seeing a wider plank with 5-inch being the minimum, but we're seeing all the way up to 12 inches. with 8 inches being kind of the mid-range that we're seeing, and that's kind of where things are. And then colors, we're seeing these beautiful, rich caramel colors that you can see, you know, in the flooring, and that's something new that's changing in the design world overall too.
And then you told me pattern is something we're starting to see.
Awesome. It's just awesome. We're doing a lot of herringbones, chevron patterns, and custom design patterns, and it really gives a visual interest to it and adds a custom look to the house. You can do your entryway in that, and then you just put the regular planks on the rest of the wood throughout the house, so it really is a nice custom look for your home.
Let's talk about carpet for a minute if we can. You said the term to me, slow living.
Right. There's this whole slow living trend going on right now, and it's enveloping the design world too, where things are just being very calm. And so we're seeing the calming colors in the carpet, and we're seeing a lot of layering, people putting rugs on top of wall-to-wall carpet, just getting that texture in their home and those nice, warm, back to nature kind of colors that soothe the mind. One of our favorites is cork. I mean, cork, long-standing, gives great durability, gives great cushioning underfoot, and it's so durable I even have cork shoes on. so yes, we just love our cork flooring, and so do our customers.
If someone's watching and they're thinking, okay, it's time, I need to address the floors in my house, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, very easily. They can just stop in our showroom. We're conveniently located by the Domain in North Austin on Burnett Road. Come on in, we'll show you everything, we'll talk about your project.
Yeah, you're known for lots, including being on the cutting edge of flooring. Really cool stuff, Stephanie. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate it.
Visit the showroom in person or call to schedule a free consultation appointment at the number on your screen. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Landers Premier Flooring. Hey, welcome back. Are you craving a sweet dessert to cool you down as those temperatures start to rise? You are in luck, as Austin's famous Snow Beach is now open for the year. We've got owner Elizabeth Newsom here to do a Snow Beach tell-all. Elizabeth, good morning.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We were just talking off camera. I can't believe you started as a Snow Beach customer.
I did.
And then you eventually came to own this place. Now you've owned it for 16 years, so tell us the story.
Yeah, so I grew up near Zilker Park and came and got snow cones with my older sister once she learned how to drive, and always wanted to work at Snow Beach. So in high school, I built up the courage to ask for a job, helped put myself through college, and the opportunity came up back in 2010 to buy the business, and I leapt at the opportunity and have been there ever since.
16 years now, but originally what year did Snow Beach open? Because it's been around a while.
In 1993.
1993, so it's 33 years old. That's crazy that we've got this Austin tradition continuing, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's fun to be a part of things and to see how, I mean, Snow Beach has been a part of my life since I was a teenager, and now I have kids and it's part of their life too, so
that's so cool. Fun. The circle continues. Okay. What, in your opinion, kind of makes Snow Beach an Austin staple? And let's talk about how your syrups and your ice stand out.
Yes, so we actually make all of our flavors and ice in-house. And
with this super cool like block of ice.
Yes, that's my workout for the day. I haul 10-pound blocks of ice around. But our ice is known for being really fluffy and snowy, and our syrups are sweet, but not too sweet.
Not too sweet. And you've got a couple flavor combos over there. Can you walk me through what I'm looking at?
Yeah, so I picked some of our most popular. We have like the blue raspberry pina colada. We also have tiger's blood, which is like the all-time favorite. And then this.
What is the flavor? Can you tell me?
It's a secret recipe, but it does have some cherry.
Okay. It has some hints of cherry in there.
Yes, hints of cherry. And then last year we tried out like fresh watermelon juice. That's nothing added, just straight up watermelon juice. And we're adding a few other natural flavors this season as well.
Cool. And when you pick your flavor, if I can have you put one together for me, do you have to stick with just one flavor, or can you go crazy?
You can definitely mix and match. We can do rainbows. We can pretty much do everything that you imagine. I always like on a really hot Austin day, the watermelon with a little fresh lime added on top is
beautiful. I'm gonna try that. Yes, stick it over here. And while you do so, why don't you just tell me a little bit about any updates for the menu this season, because that includes kind of your fresher line, right?
Yes, we'll have the fresh watermelon juice. We also have a natural peach and a natural mango that are just the fruit juices and don't have like any added sugar or anything. We've added, well, the fresh lime has been a topping that people have started to put on everything, from the watermelon, people put it on coconut,
So good.
pretty much anything kind of to add a little kick to it.
And do I have a mood spoon here? Do I have a color changing
most
spoon?
Definitely do, because color changing spoons make everyone's day.
Yeah, they make me really happy. That's awesome. Okay, such deep Austin roots. I want to know, like, kind of what does being part of Snow Beach mean to you when it comes to the Austin community?
Well, growing up, being born and raised in Austin, not just growing up, it's fun to see how Austin has changed over the years, and to always hear I've been recognized in an airport.
That's
like
so
in
cool.
Denver one time I was with my family, and they were like, oh wait, you're the Snow Beach girl. Like, we grew up going to Snow Beach. Or now some of my employees, I remember them coming as customers, or customers having kids, and just really getting to know the people in Austin and their stories, and seeing everyone out in Zilker Park. It gets you excited for springtime and summer in Austin.
And having them come back every year. And I think one of the reasons that people get so jazzed up is because you do close for a couple of months. So you have just opened back up for the season. So tell me a little bit about that and how long you'll be open.
Yeah, we opened March 1st and had a great first weekend with the warm weather.
Yeah, really getting lucky here.
I
with
know,
this
it's
nice
a
warm
great
weather.
kickoff for the season. So hopefully it doesn't get too hot yet. But we will be open through the end of September, and we're open 7 days a week. And we're kind of playing with our hours now as school's still in session and sorting things out. But soon, probably after spring break, we'll start opening from noon till sundown regularly.
Okay, as those temperatures continue to rise, people need those sweet, cool treats. Absolutely. And then you say you kind of go out with a bang. Yes, you close in September,
But we have been vendors at the Austin City Limits Music Festival. And so that's always a fun way to just kind of highlight all of Austin and try and enjoy it.
Yeah, have people go crazy for Snow Beach one last time before you shut it all down for the year. Yeah, absolutely. And so if someone's interested in coming to visit you, are you a stand? Where can they park? Can you give me just a setup?
Yeah, we are located over on Sturzing Street, which is kind of back by the Chewy's parking lot.
I know exactly where.
Yeah, those baseball fields. And we're located out there. We have a whole parking lot, like, just dedicated to us. So we're kind of like,
hang on.
I know, don't tell us.
I just kicked the machine getting excited about that. You've got parking dedicated just to you?
We do. And we have picnic tables set up. People can stay a while. And yeah, the parking is primo. Just don't park there, after we close, or to go to the trail.
Or to go to Chewy's.
yeah. Or don't park in Chewy's to go to us. I think that's like,
Gotcha.
They have some issues with how crowded they are.
Mm-hmm. But having dedicated parking and the opportunity to just stop by right in the middle of town, that's super cool. And so for someone who has never visited Snow Beach before, now in its 33rd year, what would you say to them about stopping by?
I would say just come on. We offer samples. You can taste anything you like, or our employees are happy to give suggestions.
That helps, because tiger's blood is not very descriptive. In fact, it doesn't really sound like something you'd want to eat. But now, knowing it's one of your most popular flavors, I'm going to have to
try it. Yeah, a lot of people still order by color, so we can handle anything.
Nothing wrong with that either. It sounds like a lot of fun. Congratulations on reopening for your 33rd year. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, visit Snow Beach to get a delicious snow cone. Now open every day from noon to 7 p.m.-ish. For more information, visit snowbeachatx.com.
Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs, where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. South by Southwest kicks off in just under a week, and you've got to keep yourself fed amongst the festival chaos. You got to keep yourself going. Our resident foodie expert, Ali Khan, is here to talk about his top grub spots. When we're talking about South by Southwest as a festival. Ali, good morning.
South by, it's happening, right?
It's happening, and there's always going to be some good food at it, some pop-ups along the way.
Yeah, very true, very
First
true.
of all, I want to ask about Manny's.
Yes, okay, so I was actually having a conversation with the chef the other day, and he was like going, man, I miss a good Cuban roasted pork lechon sandwich, right? And the truth is, Cuban food doesn't really happen outside of Miami, right? And it's a shame because if you like margaritas, you'll like mojitos. If you like carnitas, you'll probably like that lechon sandwich. So Manny's is newer on my radar, and my overall theme for everything I'm finding is, look, you're in downtown. That's where all the action is, you know, and these are all like pick-me-ups and bites and refuels while you're in the melee, if you will. So, you know, you can go to Manny's, work on your startup pitch, turn that cafecito into a mojito, maybe throw in some empanadas too. I mean, come on. Cuban food doesn't happen often enough in Austin. Hit up that spot. That's
Sounds
my
good
call.
to me.
Yes.
And I just saw your pictures that you had taken from Manny's. Something looked like a deliciously sugary coffee of some sort.
That's, you know what's crazy? That has become such a trend. So like those coffee drinks, cafecitos, right, are definitely part, you know, Cuban coffee is a whole thing. You know, when they
Very concentrated
you know, when
is
you get
what
the
I
little
know.
cup, it's like, you know, take it slow or whatever. But separately, you know, that's become such a huge trend now in Austin, you know, like Mercado Sin Nombre does a really good coffee. Desnudo's is a big thing. Now it's like, oh, I gotta spend $10 for my coffee/dessert. But Cubans have been doing it the whole time too. So again, like, you know, my philosophy too is this. I'm a big coffee guy. You see me hitting up the coffee lounge here. If I'm paying for coffee, I want it to be a drink that I don't do at home. So
Yes.
I think that's where Manny's hits it. Right?
I was going to say, that
Yeah.
looks very fancy, multiple machines
Oh
involved.
yeah, no, that is barista pro stuff, right? Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about Parkside.
Heck yeah. So Parkside is kind of old school. Like, here's the thing for us old ancient foodies, right? If the words gastropub are in there, it speaks to a restaurant that's been around a long time. So in the early 2000s, fine dining started to recognize maybe not everyone's up for a 2-hour meal. Maybe they're up for an hour meal. It started the whole rise of elevated comfort food. That's what Parkside does. They're renowned for this happy hour, actually, so you can get some good oysters on the half shell. Big, fat, chef-driven burger plus cocktails. I feel like that's the unofficial South by Southwest fourth meal, if you will. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe it's something after lunch, but before dinner. You just need that extra fuel. Personally, like if I'm schmoozing, I want to have a few drinks and some food. So
Sure.
that's my
And
call.
oysters absorb this much space in your belly.
I know. Totally. Totally.
They're delicious, depending on your flavor profile. I've
Yeah.
had to learn to love them, but now that I do, like they are such an easy, you know, you're getting a little protein in there, you're getting a little salt, and you're moving on with your day. It doesn't weigh you
Totally.
down.
It's something to have with your martini besides the olive.
Yeah. That's a really good way of putting it. And the way you just touched on gastropub as being like part of food trajectory, like,
Yeah.
oh, when you hear gastropub, you know it's of this certain era.
Yeah.
I feel like it plugs us into you and like what a foodie you are. I love,
yeah.
you know,
An old one.
He's
An
been
old
on
one.
the History Channel. He's pretty big. All right.
That's what it is.
Taqueria 10, talk to me about that.
Oh my God. So, first of all, I love this place, but I never go because it's in downtown and it's in an alley and it's like difficult parking. It's kind of the theme with downtown, right? But I swear to you, if I'm in downtown, I will make plans to go to this place. So Diez de Diez, Taqueria 10 of 10 is literally a 10 of 10. The place is in an alley. You kind of go through a little bar and then it's in this whole little kind of cozy, it's almost like a speakeasy of a taco spot, if you will. The decor looks like something you see straight out of Tijuana. You'll see like these bright font colors, like red with yellow highlight, and then the menu's like written on a mirror. It's very cool. They do their version of al pastor, so the spinning
I was
red
about
thing.
to say, I just saw what
Yeah.
looks like a really good roast and spit.
So their thing is adobado. So it's basically al pastor, but the marinating's a little different. It's a little sweeter. They have a killer steak taco. The flour tortillas are some of my favorite flour tortilla is actually in Austin.
That's saying something.
Yeah, and they have a thing called a Vulcan, which is essentially Spanish for mountain, but it's like a tostada, but then with meat and cheese and guac and all that good stuff on top. I thought it was a Star Trek reference, but whatever.
Doesn't matter what it is, tastes good, right?
Yes, oh yeah, heck yeah.
All right, let's talk about Two Goose Market. Haven't heard of it.
So yeah, exactly, because it's freaking brand new.
Oh.
It's up Lamar, so it's a little bit outside of downtown, kind of like near the Whole Foods or whatever. So super new spot. The pitmaster there was at Rolling Smoke, which is that's like a locals love barbecue joint. So Two Goose is pretty new. You know, they're doing the whole barbecue platters or whatever. And the thing is like, you're coming to Austin, barbecue is a big deal, but you're also here for South by Southwest. This place is going to be closer. It's a little more low key. It's not going to eat up your time like trying to go to some of the bigger name places. And also, barbecue in Austin is also about the extra things. I love chicken salad.
Oh, this is a reveal.
Yeah. And I mean like chicken salad with mayonnaise, not just a salad with chicken breast on it. Chicken salad. They use smoked chicken thighs in this thing. They serve it with buttery Ritz crackers, and they have pimento cheese. Yeah, I mean, so it's like you can have, along with your barbecue, you can have a light side. But it's like delicious, and it's great for lunch.
Sort of stuff you'd think from a cafe, but I like the cross-section of these
they have
things.
the barbecue, they have this market, they have breakfast tacos too, so,
Give it a try.
Yeah.
All right, Allie, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for South by Southwest Rex and a whole lot more, visit AllieConEats.com or follow him on Instagram at AllieConEats. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.